This is quest 64 and I'm a dirty cheater. It's called God Mode Descent because I'm actually using a Game Shark to make myself completely invincible. There's no clipping, there's no battles except boss battles, and we have 256 elements or 256 of each individual element when you normally have 50. So, yeah. All right. I'm ready with the timer, so 3, 2, 1, and go. Alright, so the first thing you're going to notice is that my health and MP are messed up. It's going to slowly go down. That's because you're not supposed to start the game with 500 HP or MP. It'll disappear in a bit. That graphical glitch is a Game Shark thing. If you have 500 HP when your max is... Oh yeah, that's right. I can go out of bounds. I always forget. That's a graphical glitch if you have like if your HP is set to 500 but your max HP is only set to like a lot less. It's a 40-minute estimate because I'm literally cheating. So as you all know, speedrunners are cheaters, and right now this is the run that proves it. So we're going to just walk through everything and go right to the first boss, Solvering. We're gonna not walk down that path because it's tedious. The fun thing about no clip is that while I do have no clip, I can't actually walk through these trees. They are the only thing that still have collision. I have found no way to get any of these things to happen without a Game Shark. So yes, one of the interesting things, and probably the only interesting thing to really come from this run, is if you have a spirit. So let's say the max of each element is 50. So if you take all your spirits or your elements and set them all to 51, the game only checks if you're at 50 for a spirit so that you can't put a spirit down. So if you have 51 of each element and you get a level where you pick up a spirit, you soft lock the game because you cannot place it. If you have more than 50, you can't place it, but it doesn't check that you have 50. The game's unfinished, so it has some fun little things like that here and there, and we're just going to completely ignore everything. So the other side effect of having 256 elements is that we are going to absolutely annihilate every single boss that we fight. So it's about another 2-ish minutes till I fight Solvering. What spell would you like to see, guys? Oh, this is why I'm using a Game Shark, is to do this run, because this is how I played the game as a kid, because I was terrible. And I never actually beat the game as a young child, but I did do this. But what spell would you guys like to see for to destroy Solring with? And our damage, well, I'll let you see what it does. Homing arrows? Alright, we'll start with homing arrows. Well, some of the out of bounds you can't do. At least we haven't found a way. You can theoretically like go out of bounds in this area if you use compression, but it's completely worthless. So there is out of bounds in the normal run, or you can get it with what's actually within the game, but more often than not, it's completely worthless. This is an area, if you went out of bounds, it would be entirely worthless. But we can't even pick up that spirit, and that's whatever. Alright, so we're gonna start with Homing Arrow, and we're gonna do Homing Arrow 1. Yeah, Holy Magic Sentry for sure. Alright, hey Solvering, normally you're kind of a butthead, but we're just gonna... Also, my movement arena is gigantic, but he's gonna die. Did a little bit of damage. Oh, nope, I don't have the right Game Shark code. Whoops. I missed one. Excuse me 1 second while I reset the console. This is the downside if you... I thought I had set the Game Shark codes. So that's all elements, infinite, no clip. No level ups. I thought I had that. No, I should have the right code. I don't know, sometimes that happens. I can't place a spirit, so it completely soft locks the game. This is quest 64. And this time we're just going to completely go out of bounds like we're supposed to. Here. Now, I already told them I'm using Game Shark, it's okay. Cheating exposed. I already told them I'm cheating. You know, I'm a speedrunner, that's what I do, I cheat. Go. Actually remembering, at one point I actually did kind of route some of this, because you can run in straight lines to everything. Oh, I could get my Turbo N64 controller if you guys wanted. I do have a Turbo N64 controller. Not that it would help in any way, shape, or form, because there's basically no text. There is a Game Shark code that is supposed to set it so that you don't get level ups. So that Game Shark code, it basically what the game, well, it's not that you don't get level ups, it's that you don't get any experience from encounters, that you can't level up essentially. And I just have to make sure I don't try to pick up a spirit, which is, you know, don't press A. Does cheating make Quest 64 a fun game? It makes it interesting. Cheating like this kind of is a... I don't know, this run feels more like blowing off steam at the way the game gives you bad luck whenever you're trying to do normal runs. Is the sound off now? I think the sound's good. That would have to be a question for Palmer. Oh, cheating isn't a... This is if you guys haven't figured out, this is a meme category. This is not serious in the slightest bit. This is a joke. I'm a joke. I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, we get to run up and down hills. It's kind of neat. The fun thing about the Out of Bounds, you get to see all the fun geometry stuff they did or tried to do. And like what actually has hitboxes and all that fun stuff. Alright, on the way to solving again. If it crashes, sometimes the code doesn't work. It was working earlier, which is a shame. If it happens again, we just won't do the 256 element thing. Won't crash the game. This is incredibly not serious. I cannot stress enough that this is not real. All of you are just taking a nap and are dreaming this right now. Sadly, this game is fantastic. I actually like this game. It had a lot going for it, but it also had a lot going against it. Also, fun fact, if you try to enter this fight from behind Solvering, if you have the no clip on, it always crashes the game. Like, straight up hard locks the game. So what do? We did homing arrow, so we'll do it again just for consistency's sake. Still died horribly. Alright. So, I'll... Really? Alright, so I must be using the wrong Game Shark code. I apologize. I could have sworn that was the right code. I tested this before this, too. I apologize. Infinite HP. Speed. Defense max. The no level ups is on. This is the code that should be doing it. Let's see. Defense I don't care about. Oh, let's see. That's the one. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. Get rid of this guy. Guys, I did have those. Actually, no, we didn't have those before, so we'll turn those off. They don't really matter any. Alright. Third time's a charm, right? It's an RNG run. This is all RNG manip. That's how it works. And now we're gonna have that fun graphical glitch across the top of the screen the entire time. The big excitement is how much damage we do to bosses, which is pretty hilarious. It's a shame that you can only see the damage that will kill the, or like the spell that will actually do damage to them. So if anything hits multiple times, you only see the first bit of damage. Then anything after that just doesn't. So like I was saying about the graphical glitch earlier, yeah, this is because my HP is set to 500 HP, even though I only have a max of 50. So that's a thing. Also, the compass is messed up, so that's cool. It's a shame that with the no battles, I can't really test this earlier than I would like, but you know, it is what it is. And honestly, if this fails after this point, we probably should just skip to the next run. Oop, missed the trigger for the door. Just walk through it. Whoops. I did indeed, you're correct. I miss a lot of elements, or spirits, rather, on the overworld. All 98 of them, technically. We're 20 minutes ahead? Okay. Well, the thing is, if the Game Shark code for not leveling up isn't going to work, then we're gonna have a bad time. There's Dondra. We'll go a slightly different route this time so we can just see what's going on. Hey, look at that. That's the back of Dondaran Castle. That's Dondaran right over there. Look at that. See part of the castle. Always neat to go out of bounds in games and kind of see what they actually showed. Really, honestly, like this, what we're doing right now, is actually probably why I speedrun this game, because I couldn't beat this game as a kid. But I love the game, so I just found Game Shark codes to play it in any way I could, like this. I just learned a lot about like the map size and all that fun stuff. Just neat to see from a view you're not really supposed to, you know? Well, if you need to finish Quest 64, my suggestion is always level up water so that you have heal. And then level up Earth to 50 and use Magic Barrier and Avalanche, and you'll win. You'll win eventually. I mean, I probably could RPB, but it won't be as funny with the damage, you know? Unfortunately, I don't think anyone has... I'm sure there is a Game Shark code to do it, but no one has found one to change Brian's movement speed, because that would be pretty funny if we could, like, double or triple it. That would be nice. Well, that would be impossible to control as a human. Alright. Well, this time we're going to... Oh, yeah, I have a small arena. Let's do just Fireball 1. Oh, whoops. Alright, cool, there we go. Please don't level. Okay, cool, great. Alright, so the max HP, max MP is probably what was breaking it. It might. I don't remember. Any case, we're good now. So intended strat, we will use exit. That's actually what we would do in a normal run. The game. So, if you guys don't know, there is a Game Boy port. The best way to describe it is an enhanced remake. It has more story, and it is actually legitimately a good game. If you have the chance to play the Game Boy version, I would highly suggest it. It's called Quest RPG Brian's Journey. You can probably finish it in an evening or so. It's not terribly hard, but it's very, very enjoyable. I should also mention that while Avalanche is still really good, you can't hit Mammon with it because his hitbox is his head, and it's weird. No, just Game Boy Color. But yeah, Quest RPG Brian's Journey, it actually has a story. There's cutscenes, which is amazing. Especially when the story is talking to about 5 people. So turns out Brian's also Jesus because he can walk on water. Fun fact. Oh, I have to remember to do some of the fun. There's some funny things you can do if you hit triggers from out of bounds. I think. Do it. Nah, didn't do it. There's like 1 or 2 steps if you hit them from the backward on a backwards angle. What happens is you kind of like walk backwards through the stairs. It's really odd. Also, some walls have hitboxes like these walls, so you get some fun stuff where you go up and down walls a lot. But need to remember to actually go to Larpool and get the blue wings. They are necessary. Not necessary, but it'll save us quite a bit of time. You have to walk around. It's slow. But only if you have a Game Shark. Only Jesus if you have a Game Shark. Well, actually, that's not true. If you got out of bounds in the areas with water, he would still be Jesus without a Game Shark. So you just need to have known how to go out of bounds. Oh, can you talk to him from back here? Oh, you can. Cool. Actually, I haven't tried that. Oh yeah, that's right. I can just run on air too. Cool. Oh, nope. There's a trigger. There it is. Hey, let me in. Oh, something's not right with Larpool, guys. Oh no. If we could go out of bounds in this area in a relatively fast manner, that would be worthwhile for the run, but of course, we can't. At least not yet. Next place we're going to go into is Call Hazard, which is shaped like a J, mostly. And we're going to start at the lower part of the J, and we're just going to run pretty much directly to the end. No, so I could clip into where the hitbox is supposed to be, but the hitbox isn't active because we do not have the, whatever the blue gem is called. Name escapes me at the moment. I think it's just called blue gem or something. In any case, we're just gonna run east for a sec here. I would love a remake or re-release of this game. The only issue is that without like the C pad or the C stick, like it'd just be kind of awkward. Pretty much run north here. What I would really like if they re-release this with like an N64 thing. They re-release an N64 type controller that has the 6 buttons on the right side. You know, like all the C's, the A and B. That would be nice. We're going to take a modified route. We're not going to run directly to the end. We'll just run along the path somewhat. We'll see it in a minute or so. Re-release it, but good. Oh, don't be mean. The good game. The unfinished good game. For what it is, it's good. If you compare it to other games of the era, like Ocarina of Time, obviously it's not great. But there's a lot of concepts. The combat is interesting. Some of the other stuff is interesting, but not fully developed. But so my issue with that is that I actually hate the GameCube controller. I really, really don't like it. I would much prefer the N64 controller. Aiden Chronicles, that would be a good one too. Maybe they could make the game actually function. I remember watching the speedrun of that at one point, and dude was just saying like, well, if we're unlucky, the game will crash right here. Oh no, we got lucky, alright, great. Just some weird stuff where the game will decide to, oh, we can fall through the floor here, and if that happens, well, we'll have to reset. For me, the GameCube controller, it's mostly, I don't particularly care for the layout. That I can take or leave, but it's mostly the thumbstick and the L and R buttons for me. I do not like the way the L and R buttons feel on those controllers. Oh yeah, there's basically no story. Like the Game Boy version, there's actually a story, and they pretty much explain everything, but they kind of have to cobble it together some, so they change a little bit of the story. Yeah, this game is not that bad, all things considered. It's just very mean. Oh, there we are. Well, hey Salva, or Zels, not Salva. How's it going, buddy? Alright, so what spell are we gonna kill Zels with, guys? What spell? Alright, buddy. We could do like rocks, we could do... We did Homing Arrow. We did Homing Arrow, so Homing Arrow and Fireball 1 are out, right? Alright, so somebody said Wind Cutter, I'll give you that. Let's see Wind Cutter. Oh, I missed. Oops. Good news is I'm not gonna die. So let's try that again. He died. Yeah, he missed because I think I forgot to set my agility is very low. I'm probably gonna miss a couple times, actually. Fun fact. So shoutouts to this game and missing. Yeah, you can stand on top of this thing. For some reason, this has a hitbox. That's kind of cool. Game, we can't just like go there. This is one of the things I was talking about that amuses me. Oops, I actually hit the door. So if we hit the trigger for this here, we walk back up the stairs. You see it for just a brief second. It's kind of funny looking. I'll show that again just so people can see it. So, if we come down this way, turn the camera, and we go down and hit the trigger from here, it has to do with the way the go back up there. It's pretty funny. Oh, now I'm in the water this time. My favorite part about the game, flushing Larple. It's a giant toilet. There. Pretty much, right? It's a shame that so I did play around with this before. Some of the hitboxes for things aren't active until you actually trigger them, which is a shame. So I'm going to not guesstimate. I'm going to go to a spot I normally go to, then go towards the end, instead of kind of guessing. Well, actually, you know what? We'll do this. We'll just kind of go through Blue Cave-ish. Just a little bit here and there. Maybe some of it. We can follow it a little bit. Hey, look, there's the path. I don't feel like it. Yep, we do still have to flush Larple because you can't actually hit the trigger to go to the next area. Oh look, some more path. The middle area? Oh yeah, this is the middle area. This is the only other spot of the game. It's like the in-between the two sides that loads up as a separate area. But the rest of Blue Cave loads up all as one. Kind of funny. So what is this category? It's called I'm a Dirty Cheater, or God Mode. I'm literally using a Game Shark. Let's see, what codes do we have? I have max HP, I don't have max MP, I don't have max agility, I don't have max defense. I have 256 of every element. I have, I won't get any experience from battles so that the game doesn't soft lock. I have no clipping, as you've seen by me doing this. And there's also no battles except the boss battles, because for whatever reason, even with the no battle code, you still fight bosses. Which is a good thing, because I need to. I would need a bare minimum to progress in the story. You actually need the items from Slavring, Zels, and Nepti to progress. But if we were to just go to, like, if we started the game at East Limeland, we could literally skip all the bosses and finish the run. So fun fact, we're not even going to fight Guilty and Bogus unless you guys want us to, or want me to. But you could just outright skip them. They have no, they don't matter. You can just walk around them. I'm making everyone else who says that they're cheating feel better because I'm actually cheating, and everyone else is just really good at their games. We could do a staff. That'd be fun. We'd do a little bit of damage there. All right. Well, we'll save staff for later. How are we gonna beat up? How are we gonna beat up Nepti? What spell? And I should mention that extinction doesn't affect bosses, unfortunately. Ultimate Wind? Yeah, let's use Ultimate Wind. That sounds like a good one. Hot Steam. We'll do Ultimate Wind first. We'll do Hot Steam next. Oh, here's another one where it does that. I don't actually need to do this. God, I don't have to save. I would call this a bad and obscure category, honestly. We can use, we'll use Avalanche. We'll use Avalanche as well. So first we're gonna do, what was it? Ultimate Wind is the first one. Oh yeah, these bushes have a hitbox that I can't flip through for some reason as well. Where is it? There it is. Hey Nepti, I'm coming for you. Gonna completely ignore the path. Alright, so we're gonna do Ultimate Wind. Doesn't miss. Also, you notice I'm getting more HP. Each time you kill a boss, they actually give you an amount of HP. Honestly, the game is just a suggestion right now, what with the game share codes. We'll use Hot Steam next. That'll be on... We'll fight all the bosses, so that'll be Shelf. We'll use Hot Steam next. So unfortunately, the side effect of not being able to do battles is we can't do the... And I need to actually hit the door trigger. We can't do a Death Warp, so we have to do the actual intended path. Hear that? We're doing the intended route in a speed run. Not completely a dirty cheater, I swear. Alright. Yeah, you're supposed to actually walk into those blue crystals and then it teleports you to the beginning of Larple. Oh no, this is... God, I think I've done like 3 runs of this ever. Like, seriously trying to go fast runs of this. The rest of the time I just... Well... You can see. Oh yeah, this is fun to do. It's just a silly little thing. And we would normally actually, in like the normal runs, we would do an out of bounds here, right about here anyway. So this isn't like some new thing right here. This is actually pretty common, pretty normal. Looks neat, you know? Oh yeah, some runs really do feel like you're cheating. Like Death Dupe. The first couple times I did runs with Death Dupe, it really felt like I was cheating, but it's fantastic. So for those of you who don't know, in the any percent route, there's the glitch that you do in the first 5 minutes called Death Dupe, where you take one spirit and turn it into, about 60 or so. So you're really strong 5 minutes into the game. Feels good to go beat up Solvering after years of him beating you up, you know? Pretty cathartic. Death Dupe is a bully. That is an accurate statement. Oh. Actually hit the door trigger. So this map is like entirely eastward, so we're just gonna run east. You know, it's a good streak so far. I've been in both of the boss marathons so far, and both times the game has done dumb things to me, or my internet has been crap or something. Guess I'll just have to keep that streak up coming next time, you know? We're gonna vaguely follow the path so you can actually see what it looks like instead of just walking through dark space. Walking through dark space isn't exactly interesting when I'm already kind of, you know, not doing anything. Just gonna break the camera. Oh, no, there's no more down there. I skip over here. So what do we said we're using hot steam next? Alright. I'm probably gonna have to use like wind walk to get close to her because I have 0 agility. Boink. Boink. It's fun to use the hitboxes and stuff to move up and down a lot. So, how about them, about the coronavirus?
Oh, that's happening.
I'm kidding. There's really, like, at this point, we're basically just, I mean, this category is like the epitome of RPG speedruns, where you run from boss to boss. And which is literally what I'm gonna do. So, if we were to optimize, as a speedrunner would say, if we were to optimize this route, we would not fight Shelf, we would not fight Fargo, we would not fight Bogus, and we would not fight Guilty. So there is 4 less fights we have to do. You actually have to do Soul Ring, you have to do Zealous, and you have to do Nepti because the items they have actually trigger more stuff. As this is all bosses, we decided. Hey, how's it going, Shelf? Down here 1,000 years. Well, you're not gonna be there much longer. Let's see. I want Windwalk. All right. Oh, cool. I missed the buff. Thanks. Try Windwalk again. Cool. All right. It really did not give me. Whoa. That's a new one. That's a graphical bug. So her spells debuff you or remove your buffs, and it looks like it didn't reset the how far I can move. Actually, I hadn't seen that before. Alright, what did we say we're doing? Hot steam? First I'm gonna drain some magic. Maybe. Well, let's just do hot steam. Cool. And she drops literally nothing. Pretty great. It looks like she could be a final boss just because of the area, but it's not. Speaking of which, since I don't have infinite MP, I should probably grab an MP item, but that's like I don't know. I don't have a good joke for that one. Again, out of bounds, you get to see some neat stuff that you wouldn't see. Like, for instance, I bet if you've played Quest 64, you didn't know this exists. There's this path over here that will take you to Call Hazard. I can't activate it now, though, because I haven't beaten Fargo yet.
Wait, what?
Yeah, this path over here takes you to Call Hazard. Yeah. It's the path at the very end of Call Hazard that's blocked off. This is where it goes. But you have to beat Fargo for that to unlock. It's the only thing that Fargo's, Exactly, it's totally worthless. There's no reason for it to be there. If you could trick the game into thinking you had his, Ruby, you could skip to this part of the game. But I don't know how, yeah, whatever. There's only the 2 shortcuts. There's the one in Glencoe Forest that takes you to the left beginning path of Blue Cave, and then there's that one that takes you to Call Hazard. For backtracking. Yeah. We'll go with that. Like, they actually tried to design an interconnected world, and they didn't do a great job, but they did better than some. Alright, fun fact about this path that I'm about to take. I would say at about a minute 14 that we'll get into encounter, but that's really not how we're going to do it. So if anyone needs to get up and go get a drink, we're going to take a little bit of a quick, just stretch after I hit this. If I do hit anything, that is. Please. Alright, well, a minute or so. A minute and like 10. Fine. I'm not really gonna. Yeah, at the end of this game, though, you can. Right about here, you can see they ran out of time, and this place is an eastward line that goes directly to the boss. Right? Alright, so, what was the next spell that we wanted to use? I don't remember now. We used Hot Steam. I think I saw Magma Ball, and someone said Avalanche. So there's Magma Ball. We'll do this one. We'll do Magma Ball here. We'll do Avalanche on Guilty. We will staff. We'll staff Mammon. So we still need a spell for Bogus. What spell? We've seen a couple fire spells. We've only seen one wind spell. I don't think we've seen a water spell yet. A damage water spell, that is. Oh, there we go. So, what water spell? I'm using Magma Ball here. Hey buddy, how's it going? I'm here to just completely ruin you. Cool, alright. Oh, thanks for walking forward, buddy. I appreciate it. Now, where is Magma Ball? There it is. And he's dead. Oh, cool. Fire Ruby. We can go back to Call Hazard now. Bubble Spell is Nepti only. So for fire or for water, we have Water Pillars. We have Ice Wall. We have Walking Water. We have Ice Knife. We have... that's it. Excuse me. That is all of the water damage spells. There's really not that many water damage spells. I didn't realize that. So we'll Ice Knife. Alright, Ice Knife for Bogus. So we're gonna drop an Avalanche on the Guiltmeister. The man who ruined so many runs on his own. Seriously, he's butthead. So in the US version, Guilty and Mammon both have no elements, so they take half damage from all spells, which is very frustrating because Guilty hits really hard. Mammon kinda does, but he's a big giant wall that's really hard to miss. So, is what it is. This is pretty much, yeah, cheap. This is cheap percent. This is cheap percent without giving myself items. So if I, like the true cheap percent, I would give myself black wings and we would literally teleport right here. Well, it's evil, it's half damage in like a, he has, so Guilty has 1800 HP. If we were to max all of our spirits to 50, Avalanche would probably hit for about 110, maybe 120 on a good day for each individual rock, and Avalanche has the highest base damage of any spell you have access to. So it's still like 20, almost, well, it's probably like 15 hits, but it's still kind of sketchy, especially when he hits really hard. The shame is you can't like just skip everything. The castle's empty, oddly enough. In the Game Boy version, there's actually a cutscene that plays with Bogus talking to people down here. Sadly, nothing. Like, even the doors are just nothing. Nothing out here. Is what it is. Game. The half damage from the bosses, or for Bogus and Guilty, was a mistake. In the JP version, they actually fix it. They give Guilty and Mammon the neutral element. So they take full damage from spells, but they have no weakness. A nice thing about the clipping for this is that you can skip all the walking here. It's pretty fantastic. Where is that? Where is it? It's here. Oh yeah, you can totally hit stuff with your stick. I'm gonna blow someone away in a moment. Our Mammon's is gonna disappear. All right, so you know what? I'm gonna enter this this fight from the back. This is an example of how we could skip him, because his door is actually active. But hey, buddy, I'm over here. All right, well, time to die. I only did 3,000 damage. Not quite double his HP. Interestingly enough, if your spirits are so high, it kind of puts the damage throughout the whole spell. So like the max damage you can do is still like 65,536 or whatever that power of 2 is. Yeah, it's funny, like the more spirits you have, the weaker Avalanche actually is. Windcutter 3 is similar. The spells that only have one thing are actually much stronger. For like a single amount of damage. Oh, I've swag staffed a couple times here and there, Palmer. Alright, so what are we doing for this guy? We're doing Ice Knife. We're being rude in the meanest of way. Alright, and the most important part of the run is the actual story is the L-Tail book was stolen from the monastery. Our father went after it to go get it back. We went after our father. You can actually clip up into this chest in the normal gameplay, by the way. This is a real thing. I don't need to have no clip on to do this. But we catch up to our dad, and man, he looks real bad, but I don't care about you anymore, Dad, because you're no longer relevant to the story. So hi, Dad. Bye, Dad. Nice, Loa. This game saves on a memory card, so not in this one. Also, hey Bogus, hope you're having a nice day because I'm about to just end it. Assuming I hit you. Ouchie. Okay. Okay. So we have about 8 agility, he has about 90, so it's not that surprising that we're missing. Not gonna have to. Just gonna keep using confusion. We'll get there, guys. Oh, there we go. Excellent. Alright, bye Bogey. Bogey Dogie. The rude dude. The rudest. S%. That's the true Quest 64 experience right there. Missing 70 times and then hitting once. Oh, the agility only affects spells hitting or missing and how far you can move, not how fast his animations are. Which is a shame. Exactly. We do actually have to talk to Shannon here because if we don't get we got the L-Tail book. Story's over. We can go home now. We got all the gems in the book. All right, deuces. Seriously, that's the whole quest is to get that book. We can go home. We don't need the rest of it. except that there's some big bad guy who is in a jail over here, and we need to go beat him up, I guess? Because reasons? We don't really find out that the jail is weakening until we're like most of the way through this, and Epona's like, yeah, I captured Mammon 1,000 years ago. Your turn to end him. And you're just like, wait, what? Yeah, end of this game is called We Ran Out of Time Hardcore. We probably have like 3 more minutes of the run. Palmer. Thank you. We're gonna go beat up the big bad himself, Mammon. Hilariously enough, the strat for the rest of the run, in normal run, is using Avalanche. Avalanche drops rocks around you randomly, and most of the bosses are kind of small, so it's hard to hit them with Avalanche since it drops randomly. Well, Mammon is gigantic, so it's really, really hard for Avalanche to just not hit him. So thankfully, the end of the run is like a big sigh of relief. You can die to him, but it doesn't happen often. Of course, I say that now, and the next time I do like a normal run, it's gonna happen. Right now, this is the God and anime percent. Actually, thank you for that, Ikumo. I modified the name of this category. We're gonna call it God and anime. He's a sweet little boy that can summon murder. Hey, Epona, how's it going? I'm just gonna leave. Bye. Oh no, wait, I'll come back. Yeah, the camera is fixed in indoors areas so that you could get lost forever, and that would be not good. Also, none of those doors are active, so that's cool. Those trees you can walk through. And one more room before we're gonna go beat up the big bad himself. And we'll get the last item that is required, the Gale Key. Alright. You can see his purple tail there. Look at that. Gonna run straight at him. Hey buddy. Hey, how's it going, dude? We're gonna, you know what? We're gonna fight you from outer space. And get, we're gonna fight him from over here. How's it going, buddy? I'm coming for you. Yeah, it's fine. I don't care.
Thank you.
Oh, and he's dead. And I have no. Oh, he's not dead. I have no idea how much damage I did to him. Oh, that's Andromeda who's sitting behind me. Hey, he died. Time, by the way. So I was doing less than 22,300 damage, apparently. But more than half of that. Unfortunately, the side effect of him being gigantic is that the text box for the damage is higher than the camera, so you can't always see it. Well, thank you all for having me for this. What do we call this? We call this oh, a mistake. Thank you for watching this mistake. I hope you all enjoyed that. It was fun. Good luck to the rest of the runners who are actually doing serious. Well, I hope more serious categories than this.
Or